Hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Are you able to just identify yourself, where you're from? Stacy here. All right. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Checking in with my people here. Oh, let me put the number that if you want to call me, feel free to go ahead and call. How do I do this again? Your videos and your live. Hi Bernard, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? How was your day? I'm trying to find, this is always one of the biggest challenge for me. How was your day, Bernard? Okay, so join the conversation. Okay, so you can call in on this number 469-655-5152. Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? If you don't mind identifying yourself and where you're from, and remember to double tap the screen as we go along. All right, just to give the video a like. And you can also WhatsApp call me if you're not able to call straight. You know, you can always go ahead and WhatsApp call in to say hi. All right, I won't be long tonight. I'm gonna be about at least 1 hour. I'll be staying here with you. Sorry about yesterday. I had a few things doing, and I wasn't able to do the live at that time. So I put it for today, a short minute notice. So I am... Nobody wants to talk today? Let me see. How has your day been? And remember to go ahead and watch the videos. I'm trying to get the live stream. I know they're a little bit long, so I'm trying to get them a little bit shorter so persons can hear the information that is shared in those streams. All right, so bear with me as I get my channel a little bit more situated and a little bit more organized. All right. Are you still here, Bernard? I guess not. Let me call. Hi. Did you want to talk today? Oh, all right. Yes, I am live. Hi, Zest. How are you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Hi, Cold VR. How are you doing? Yeah. Did you guys see the video I posted yesterday about that little incident I had at work? Yeah. So one of my biggest fear was the house calls and the patients with the dogs. And for some strange reason, I went into this patient's home. It wasn't the first time, I've been there. But for some strange reason, thank you, Zest. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Um, I stepped in her house with, dog stool on the ground. Yeah, feces on the ground. So that kind of messed up my entire day because that was the first patient for the morning. And yeah, it just kind of disturbed me for the remainder of the day. So yes. CH312 says I saw it. You. Yes, it was. It was a little bit, disturbing for me. But I guess it comes with, the work. So how was your day going, CH312? Yes, so I don't know if anybody else is on the live here who does house call. If you want to tell me one of your biggest fear when you started your journey or even working as a nurse or in your area. CH12 says it's been good. Okay. How are you doing? I am doing fine, CH312. What area are you in? I noticed you were on the live the other day and I asked you what area you're in, but you never said it. So, are you a nurse? Where are you from? Oh, I think you say you're from Texas. Okay, so Bernard says yes. My day was great. How are you? Keep up the good work. Okay, thank you. I am doing well. I'm doing well. I just wanted to kind of check in with you guys, and see how everybody is doing. Thank you for liking up that the live here. Yes, remember to go ahead and double tap and what else? Yeah, double tap and share and everything else, after the live. But my day has been good. It was pretty short today. I did 2 visits and saw 6 patients. So, and then I came home afterwards because I was just feeling a little bit tired. So, yeah, that was it for today. Not so sure if I'm working tomorrow because I want to get my hair done. And that's going to take the entire day. How many patients you saw today? Only 6. 6 patients. The drive time for my first patient was roughly 1 hour, 15 minutes. So they actually moved from their location to a different area. So I don't think I'm going to visit them next month because it's like a little bit too far out. So yeah. What do you do for work, CH312? Yeah, but it has been good. Could have been worse. Today I made sure that I, look where I'm stepping real good before I put down these little, feet. Because those dogs stole me, not lie. Kind of gross me out. Yeah, so. Hi, Marvin Lee. How are you doing? Good night to you too. Marvin Lee always, always coming with some funny stuff. Like when I put out my videos, he always comments, and then it's always like a laughter because Marvin is from Jamaica, so I guess him understand the Jamaican vibes of the videos. So that's the thing. But thank you, Marvin, for always checking in on the videos, liking them and commenting. Really appreciate that. Just like everybody else on the channel. But Marvin always like, laughing. Yeah. So I really appreciate that. So how was your day, Marvin? And I don't think I had gotten, what area are you in, Marvin Lee? Or probably I did and totally forget. Oh, it was rough. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, we all have some of those days when, you feel like you just want to stay in your bed and don't go to work. And then you show up to work and it's like the worst day ever. Just like when it's the last day for your shift. Have you ever been through your entire week and it was like so easy going, and then the last day when you're supposed to take the weekend off or you're supposed to go on vacation, it's like everybody just know that you're gonna be off for a few days, so it's like they're literally coming to work you to death. Yeah, I know that feeling. Oh, Marvin says he's in New Orleans now. Okay, okay. Is it cold down that side, or what's the temperature like? Because here in Texas, it's a little bit cold. I was just on the road and I think it was probably like in the 50s. Yeah, so it's a little bit cold all day. It has been pretty much cold. Yeah. Have you seen any of the drones down that side, Marvin? Let me get in on the scoop. Any drones down in New Orleans? Or you haven't started looking up as yet? Or anyone else spotted any drones anywhere? That's the biggest thing on the internet right now. I've seen like lights in the sky, but I don't know which one is drone or which one is. So I'm just going to keep it as they're all airplanes. So that's where I stand right now until otherwise. Yeah. So, okay. And everybody prepared for the Christmas as yet? How's the Christmas preparation going? I haven't prepped anything as yet. Well, I put up a Christmas tree, and it was only because it's like a little tiny Christmas tree. Same here around 57. Don't call. I don't see it. Okay. Okay, yeah. I only look up there and I see like, just lights, regular lights. But then this area is a little bit busy. So there's a lot of airplanes always passing. So in the nighttime, I just assume that it's the same thing and stars. Nothing else. So whatever is out there. So it go until we figure it out. Okay. Oh, the temperature's around 57 there. Okay, okay, okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Yeah, I totally understand dear. I totally understand. Yeah. So that's that. Have you put up a Christmas tree already, Marvin? Or you don't celebrate Christmas? My little tree is like I bought it on Walmart about 2 years ago. And it was only because my son, he came home from school and was like, oh, Christmas this, Christmas that, and Santa this and Santa that. So I was like, all right then. So I was doing like some online shopping, and then I realized that there was a little tree. It wasn't even 5 feet good. Yeah. Little tiny tree. that was on sale for, I think it was like say $16, because I'm not really a Christmas person, so I wasn't planning on doing anything, but he keep on singing about it. So I was like, all right, no problem, I'll just get a Christmas tree and get it over with. So I got it, totally forgot the lights. So that year I never put up any lights with it. So this time he's singing on Christmas tree again, because they have Christmas celebration at school. And so he was like, go and get the Christmas tree. So I just went back in the garage and just took out the little Christmas tree, and then go in Walmart and get a tiny, set of Christmas lights, and then just put it up. Well, he decorated it. So that was a plus, because yeah, so he decorated a Christmas tree and it looked like a Christmas tree. So yeah, we have a Christmas tree hanging here. I'm going back home for the Christmas, and Monday was my birthday. Oh, you're a December person. Okay, happy belated birthday. Happy belated birthday. Hope you did enjoy your time there. Okay. Yeah, I wish I was going home for Christmas too. But unfortunately, probably go home next year. No, probably June or so. Um, yeah, but I hope you had a wonderful birthday, though. I know a lot of persons celebrating birthday this year. I know a young man by the name of Craig. I know a young lady by the name of Janelle, uh, Miss Smith. Yeah, there's a few persons who are celebrating birthdays, and they're all sweet persons, really, really kind, and they're sweetheart. So I guess December people always have a nice, there's something about December folks. Yeah. They're kind, they're very humble, them not really make anything bother them. Them way them people yeah, man. Them just look the other way. That kind of vibes. Are you like that, Marvin? I'm gonna say yes. It's the best month. No work. Okay, yeah, because everybody in a celebration mode. So everybody is just happy, and they come into work and forget about the stressors of life, because everybody wants, to have a happy Christmas and looking forward to the new year. Yeah. December is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. I remember my first Christmas spending in the snow. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. Well, I never really go outside like that, but it was really beautiful seeing the snow. And well, there wasn't much houses around, so but the few houses that were in the complex, they had their little Christmas lights up and everything, so it felt really nice. And then it was so white all over, and yeah, it was beautiful. That was the only time I kind of felt like, yeah, I wish I was celebrating Christmas at that time, but yeah, otherwise no. So for me, I think it's, the snow that makes the difference for Christmas. I'm thinking, yeah, when you have that place looking so white, it makes it really, really nice. So it's a nice time. So what is the topic for tonight? Oh Lord, Marvin Lee. Gosh. That I was hoping that somebody would call in. Do you want to call in and talk? This is a time when I have persons just calling in while I'm here. That is the whole point of the live, for us to literally sit down and chit chat. So you can call me on my number, and we can hear how your day went, just to catch up a little bit, and do a little shout out to my few people who, is hanging on. So the topic for tonight, I think I need to plan a little bit better on these live. Yeah, I know that. But I never really have a specific topic. It was more of a day in the life of. So whoever wants to call in and just share with me, or, the crew here, how their day is going. That's all. All right. So do you have a specific topic you want to talk about? Well, let's talk about the other day I was on a live. So guys, if you haven't checked out his channel is Mix Up Boss. So he has, a channel where he talks about a lot of things. And so I was on his channel the other day, and there are a lot of grown-ups on that channel who has Marvin Lee says, I'm a shy person. I do more listening. Oh, I was that kind of person. Um, so on his channel, like a lot of persons will normally call in and be sharing different stories. Um, so go over to his channel and listen. And the other day they were talking about menopause. And there were a lot of persons who called in and was sharing their take, or one person was sharing a story regarding, it was a husband sharing his experience with his wife, and possibly, thinking, well, I think the end of the day, we all come to the conclusion that probably she's in menopause. So we can actually talk about that because it's something that a lot of women will tend to, be thinking about. And you have some persons who are already experiencing it. And so for men who are not familiar with women going through menopause, or what to expect in your relationship, when you have somebody in that age group, experiencing or going through certain symptoms, at least you guys will be able to understand, why they're probably behaving that way. So that was what they were discussing. So basically, a lot of persons, when they reach the age, like in the late 40s, sometimes persons start experiencing signs of menopause. So they'll be having, like, the hot flashes, the mood swings. Some persons will lose interest in like sexual activity. Some persons tend to have, um, they'll have vaginal dryness, all of that thing going on. And so a lot of men don't understand it, and so they feel as though it's a situation where probably one person is not interested, the woman is not interested in, in them, or just always being miserable, or there's so many things that probably, they can come up with. And so that was a situation with one person. um his wife was experiencing something like that. And so, we're trying to figure out ways that, you can actually go ahead and try to minimize some of those symptoms. So persons were saying that, um, they've started the vitamin E supplement from early. Another thing is, I would encourage persons to go ahead and make sure they get their annual exams from early, because at that time you can always be able to track, know whenever your estrogen level is going low, so you can always go ahead and start plan or replace in the meantime. So there's so many things you can do or you can learn from your annual exam, if you're consistently, doing your checks. So with women, when they're going through those phases, sometimes they can do different things. You have hormone replacement therapy that a lot of times persons will kind of resort to, but at the end of the day, it might be a case where they resort to that, and there are other risk factors with it. So going through menopause is a normal phase for women, but you have to kind of look at the risk and the benefits of like hormone replacement therapy to see if that's something you're interested in. So you can look at whether or not it's something, is it really that bad where you definitely need to take supplements or an injection or pills, to try and improve on your estrogen level or help with your moods. Because you have some persons who will literally, when they are going through that stage, some persons, they experience like, blurred vision, headaches, some persons will go blind depending on the severity of it, I'm thinking. Because as I say, if your levels are really low, if you're not monitoring yourself, you're not monitoring your levels, as you get older, then your symptoms are going to be a little bit more pronounced, are going to be a little bit more severe. So it's always nice to, do your annual exams and see what your levels are as you get older. And as I say, you have your replacement therapy, but there is always the risk for no problem, Marvin. There is always a risk for things like, there's always a risk for like uterine cancer. You have cervical cancer. There's so many other risks associated with it, where if you're going to be thinking about it, just make sure you're looking at the benefits of it versus the risk, because you have some persons who probably can tolerate a little hot flash, here and there, and you have some persons who definitely cannot. So is it something that is worth, going on hormone replacement therapy for, or if it's something that you think you can deal with. Some persons that don't have it, the symptoms that severe, where they definitely have to take, like pills, injections, or anything like that to help. Another thing that a lot of persons probably, or husband and wife will need to do is to have a sit down. Sometimes you're probably gonna have to need to have a sit down with counselors, with each other, and discuss, what the expectation is gonna be as you get older, as you move forward. What are some of the things that you're going to be expecting to be having? So those are things you can also do, so everybody can be on the same page and not thinking that, oh, this is not going the way it's supposed to be going because one person is losing interest or so. So that is just something that we need to look into. Another thing when it comes on to that is, what else were we they were making mention of that I could say? Yeah, so basically just do your annual exams, do your annual exams and see where your levels are from early. So that way you don't have to be in a situation where your levels get so low and you have to, be resorting to certain things, or it kind of cause complications with your, with your relationships or anything like that. So that's about it on that topic. All right. I see that we're on annual exam. Yeah, with annual exam, it's very important that you get your annual exams, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to identify certain things, going on in your body. You're not gonna be able to see whether or not there is anything that, like, your kidneys are, if your kidneys are not functioning well, if your liver is not functioning well, you'll be able to pick up those things from early when you do your annual exams. So you don't want it to be a case where you miss your exams. You can miss one or two, but you don't want to consistently be missing those exams, because you want to see if there is any abnormal readings on any of those tests. That will kind of help with narrowing down a diagnosis or ruling out a diagnosis. So it's important that you get your annual exams. A lot of times, I know sometimes we go in and we tend to be like, oh, I don't think we need to do this, or we don't think we need to do that. But it's just a part of preventative care. It's not going to hurt you. It's just once a year you do it. So it's always nice to see if you can get those testing done from early. And then, especially if you have, like, family history of certain things, then you'll be able to get screening done, testing done from early. So say, for example, you have a person who has breast cancer, or a family member who has breast cancer, mother, who has breast cancer. Then as a daughter, even if you don't reach the age where they should be starting screening for, or the age where you can get a mammogram done, then it's always nice to make sure that you talk about your history, so providers can go ahead with, ordering certain tests from early, so they can detect certain things. All right, to CEO, welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I know it's been a while, a lot of things going on, but how are things going with you? Do you want to call in if you have the time? Yeah, the number is 469 655 5152. Okay, you can call in and we can talk for a little bit. All right. Yes, so our CEO is a Jamaican nurse, living in the States here, and she's also a nurse coach. So and she has, information regarding self-care and just about a lot of things regarding, things that are positive. So you can also check out her page and just listen to her content when you get a chance as well. All right. But yeah, so that's about it on the annual exam briefly that, I would see. All right. Oh, hold on. I think probably that was you calling, RN to CEO. I don't know why it didn't ring. Let me call back to see. I don't know why it didn't ring a while ago. I'm calling. That's weird. I'll check it out. Hi, RN to CEO. How are you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, I am.
It went to voicemail.
I don't know why. The other day, I know I had spam on it. Where you have the spam calls, and I took it off since I decided to use this line as the call-in line. So I thought that cleared it up. But how are you doing though?
I'm doing well. How are you, Miss ThinkNursing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Yes, so I have RN to CEO online here with me. All right. And as I said, you can go ahead and check out her page. All right. So how has your day been?
Well, yeah, they know me as RN to CEO, but it's okay. I'm Sharon, also. You're Stacy.
Sharon and yes.
But we'll call each other because I'll shout out your page. In the mornings. Sometimes I do a shout out when I'm on my bike, so I'm shouting you guys out.
Oh, thank you. Oh my word! I'm trying to get in on.
Yelling us out.
I'm trying to get back onto exercising because I'd paused for a little bit, and I think I get the clearance. I kind of see my shoulders kind of like getting a little bit puffy. So need to get that fixed for the new year. So
yeah, I had a pretty good day. I'm more on the nurse entrepreneur side, but when I see you out there, I'm like, maybe I need to do that. Then again, I'm like, nah, but maybe I just. And since I've been following you guys, I mean, all these different nurses now, the stream is just popping up everywhere I go. All the ads that are being played.
Okay.
So I enjoy watching you. Talk about if you notice, I enjoy watching you talking about nursing and what you do.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. It's nice and it's refreshing, and you're forthcoming. You share the information, you don't hold back. And so I'm certain that it's inspiring a lot of people.
Thank you. I'm hoping so too. I'm hoping so too. Yeah, so it has been I'm enjoying. I just need to, get more time to I don't know. I need to organize a little bit more my channel. That's all. But I think, the work I'm doing so far, I'm okay with it. I'm in no rush. As long as the information is there, persons are getting the content, the information, I'm happy with that. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And I believe that I know that's how you popped up in my feed. So definitely you're doing something right. YouTube likes it.
Okay, well, good.
So, that's the good thing. And that's how people will pop up in the feed. Because, I'm certain that you could see at times that they may send you a message and say, hey, you're doing great.
Yes.
Because when I first really started, I think summer of last year. And it would send me messages in the back end. Oh, you're doing great. Do more of this. But it wanted to see more travel. And it wanted to see more of this. I'm like, I couldn't feed the algorithm.
Yeah, that's the thing.
It was telling me to feed it more. And so that's just how it works. But I'm glad I bumped into you guys. I think it was Darren first. Darren speaks, and then you.
Okay.
And Empowered RN, I think she was on another call where I saw her. So
I'm gonna look her.
YouTube, it's they're doing their thing. So I say continue on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's how I found you.
Okay, nice. Because yes, sometimes you might not get the views, which is understandable. And in as much as you want the views, you just have to work with it for now. The right persons will reach the channel at the right time. So that's how I see it right now. I'm trying to put in as much work as I possibly can though. But I'm gonna tell you a secret. I was having a bit of a challenge with getting some of my notes done, and I just realized one way I could actually do that with the dictation. So that,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I just realized that it wasn't on for a while on my tablet. And so I had to be
Wow.
typing out everything. So now that I find it, it's a little bit
It can
easier for
help
me
you.
to, exactly. I don't have that much, notes to complete when I get home because I do them from, from the patient's home as much as I
That's
possibly
awesome.
can. So no, I'm gonna, hopefully next week I'll be able to get, things a little bit more organized and, get things done properly.
I think you're doing, like I said, I feel that you're doing a great job. And of course, we need to, speak offline too. And
Mm-hmm.
it's creating that balance because sometimes you don't know which video will go viral. And for me, when I came on YouTube, and I've spoken about this on my channel,
Mm-hmm.
that I wasn't really concerned about views
Mm-hmm.
because I've used YouTube mostly for my clients on the back end. So they would
Okay.
have videos. So I actually used YouTube just for my videos that would be private or unlisted only for my clients. So I
Okay.
was never really concerned about all the views and so forth because this is not my first YouTube channel, and that's how I used it mostly as a marketing tool.
Okay.
So that was never, my intention.
Mm-hmm.
But then when last year a friend of mine, he started his YouTube channel and he was like, man, they're pushing my trip to Jamaica. And I was like, I was just in Jamaica. So I was in Jamaica and the Virgin Islands and Bermuda. I did a lot of traveling last summer. So I
Mm-hmm.
started posting some of the stuff and I'm like, wait a minute, they want to see this.
So just continue
So
with
to
it.
me, it was just like a fun thing. And then, after a while I stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just started back posting. So, and understanding this algorithm is really interesting because when it wants something, that's what it wants.
Mm-hmm.
To feed it so it can give you the numbers.
Yeah.
But to each his own. Like I said, the information that you're putting out there, it's creating impact, and people like it. So it's going to take things to the next level. I know that for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. So, just tell me a little bit about how your day went today, if you don't mind. What you did
Sure.
fun. Mm-hmm.
Well, so I'm mostly on the entrepreneur side.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not at bedside. Don't do much patient care because I do have a healthcare agency,
Mm-hmm.
Skilled Healthcare. And the beautiful thing about that for me is always the flexibility
Mm-hmm.
and making sure that I can handle the load that I want my company, like patient load that my company can, what do you call it? Say that it can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of what I do.
Okay.
Anything else is mostly right now I'm in the coaching and consultant side of things.
Okay.
So I worked on this morning, got up. I wouldn't say really late because I slept well last night and sleep is important.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up, I was on my bike. I did a live this morning, shoutings
Nice.
up out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I decided because I got some new shoes. You might think this is boring, but this is good stuff.
Uh-huh.
What's it called? Hoka?
Okay, yes. A lot of nurses
Yeah,
tend to
girl.
wear it. Mm-hmm. They're
And then I
comfortable.
took an extra walk and
Mm-hmm.
came back. And I went to a client. They were like, "Are you coming?" Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
It's a company that I'm doing some consulting for, and so I
Okay.
stopped by for a little bit. So it wasn't a very hectic day. This
Mm-hmm.
week I did put in some work,
Mm-hmm.
but today is Thursday, which is actually my favorite day of the week,
Mm-hmm.
and so I've been able to kind of take it easy. And I went down to the Christmas party, chat a little bit with my client. And then I headed back home. So it was, every day is not like that.
Mm-hmm.
But today it was one of those
Days.
days.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know that feeling. I'm actually winding down, my week. Even though today's Thursday, yeah. I am like at the end. I don't think I'm working tomorrow. I'm not gonna be working tomorrow. So I'm gonna take the time off to get this thing done. I'll try to
Nice.
do it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. But
Were
my
you
day
talking
wasn't
about
bad.
your hair?
Mm-hmm.
You have all that beautiful hair. What? I saw one of your shorts. I was like, Diana Ross, move over. Okay? Because this clown was like, wow. Oh, that's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and that's the big thing, for me, um, because I deal mostly with entrepreneurs, and many of them are nurses. That's where the RN to CEO came in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really about you recognizing you need to nurture yourself.
Okay.
And your business. Self-care is huge, because if you so choose to go into entrepreneurship or anything else, you do need to put yourself first. So those days, like structuring your week, that Friday is very good. That could be your self-care day. I usually like to do mine earlier in the week, but if you do it on a Friday and you say, you know what, I'm going to work only up until 12 noon or 11 a.m., whatever you choose to do, then the rest of the day is yours. Your hair, your nails, you decompress, and it's really important that you stick
With
to that schedule, because if you try to, if you don't have boundaries, you will find yourself, just becoming. It's so regular, the old routine. So self-care is huge. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I think that was one thing I was struggling with. Not necessarily self care, but finding that day to, say, okay, it's mine, because it's always like you're working this 12-hour shift, and if you're working nights, you're sleeping in the day, vice versa. So you find yourself not, taking the time out most of the time when I'm working in the emergency room to focus on me for a bit.
Right.
Yeah, so that's very
That
important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's important that you do that. I always tell people, set an alarm in your phone for self-care. Okay. Always, put yourself on your calendar. That's a big deal. And so this is my time. So my calendar will send me reminders.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. So I can set a weekly reminder, or even if it's a day, or it'll remind me 24 hours before, and it will remind me an hour before.
Okay. I think I probably need to do that.
Yeah, it's a good idea, because it makes a huge difference instead of the same old, same old.
Yeah, that makes sense. I have to set an alarm for water, throughout the day, because sometimes I don't think I drink, consume enough. So I have an alarm that goes off probably like every hour, reminding me for water, which, yeah.
Sips of water. Nice.
Okay. All right. Yes, I need to talk with you off air where we can actually plan for a little chit chat one day.
Absolutely. Is this the best number for you?
Sorry.
Or can I text on it?
Yeah, you can. Sure. Yes, you can text and call on this number.
All right, so I'll text on it, and then we can set up a time.
Yes, definitely.
Because I always believe it's best to have a good foundation, so when you start growing, you have things in place. But once again, thank you for giving me an opportunity.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
I will be doing some interviews, so I'm going to hit you up.
Not a problem. And, not a problem.
So we could simulcast.
Okay.
And introduce you to my audience also. So thanks once again. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So this is RN to CEO. As I say, you can check out her page. She is also a nurse coach. All right, so you can always go ahead and try and talk with her on her channel, or you can always go ahead and text me and I'll get information over to her as well. All right.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And it's the same on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay.
Definitely an IG, and Facebook. It's all over.
Okay.
Always can jump in my, what is it called? The DM? DM. But always can reach out. Thank you so much, Stacey.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Take care now.
All right. Bye.
Good night. Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right. So, yes. So that was RN to CEO. As I said, she's a Jamaican nurse. She's a nurse coach as well. So hit her up on Instagram, all of those social media. Instagram, I don't know if Twitter was one, but Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and on YouTube here as well. All right. So thank you so much, Sharon, for tuning in. All right. So I know I said I was going to be spending only 1 hour or about 1 hour because I have a few things that I, will be doing. So thanks to everyone who has, pop in. And I will make my life a little bit more organized with, specific topics going forward for you all. Okay, but you can always go ahead and send information regarding what you want me to share as well. If there's anything that you definitely want to say, feel free to put it in the comment section as well. And from there. Okay, so I am gonna go and get some work done because my night hasn't even, yeah, it's almost 8 o'clock. Still have 1 more hour to burn before I go to bed. So I'm gonna finish up some notes and then I try to go to bed early because I'm working on that. Going to my bed early so I can actually feel refreshed the next day. So okay. All right. So I definitely want to say thank you so much to everybody who has, joined on the live and will be watching later on. Okay. Really do appreciate you taking the time out. And if you're a subscriber to the channel, big up yourself, big up yourself. And thank you so much for making it the Think Nursing channel. I know you could have been on any other channel, any other live, but you decided to kind of stick around with me. And I really do appreciate that. So, thank you so much. And I do hope that you guys will have a wonderful night, weekend, and I will see you next week. And just continue to remember to watch the videos that I've posted and give the videos a thumbs up, a like, share, and comment. All right. Please remember that. Until then, enjoy your night.